Hi everyone, and welcome to another video from Class 47 Peter, and you're joining me once again for a model railway review video. It's been a while since I last did one of these videos, and in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at a model that I didn't originally consider or plan to get. So sit back and relax and enjoy this video of the Hornby Class 156 in the Royal Air Force livery. Now, as I say, I wasn't planning originally at all to get this model, but when I kept seeing photos of the model and the real unit in this livery, the more I liked it. And in the end I couldn't resist the temptation, and so I had my own arm twisted and I bought it. And here it is, it's just arrived at the layout. And so I am looking forward to getting it out and having a look at it in the flesh. The packaging that this model comes in is this paper mache packaging, very much like the packaging you see with egg boxes, which is quite unusual really, because I've never come across a Hornby model or any model from any manufacturer that I've bought that comes with this packaging, so it's quite different. We also have the instruction manual, which I won't bore you by reading all through it, but it is all the stuff that we're all familiar with and used to seeing. So I'll put that to one side and I'll put it in my folder where I keep all my instruction manuals later on. So with the model now unboxed, I'm going to talk about the detail, but before I do that I'm going to talk about the livery. This is the RAF livery, and this unit is named Spirit of the Royal Air Force, and this is the livery that this unit was painted in to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the RAF. And it really is a striking livery. It's different, which is what I like, and it, in my opinion, I think it actually really does suit the unit well. And I do love liveries like this. It's something different to have on the layout, and it looks gorgeous. Now we move on to the detail on this model, which is basic. The detail we have, such as these handrails under the windows, they are moulded, but you can only really tell that when you get up really close to them. The window wipers, there, but they're moulded as well. This model doesn't have any lights. It looks like it does, but this model doesn't have any working lights. For me, that's not really a big issue. I'm not really all that fussed, but you can fit your own lights in this if you want to, and that is something that I might fit at a later date, which would be quite a fun little project to do. We also have the destination boards. On this destination blind it says Carlisle, and on the other destination blind, on the other unit, the destination reads Newcastle. I mean, the destinations in the destination blinds, they are a bit hard to see because they're yellow and they're printed onto this grey background, but they are there. The couplings that are fitted on this model are the close couplings. I will be taking them off the front, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be detailing the front of this model. I will be fitting some snowplows and the couplings that you get from a Hornby 153. There's a detail pack of those being sold on Peter's Spares on eBay, so I will be buying a pack of those to detail this model. It would have been nice if Hornby did supply some details with this model like that, but I'm not complaining, and it's quite fun to do it yourself. We also have seats in the interior as well, and I will be planning to buy some seated figures, the Backman Scenecraft ones, to fit inside this unit at some point. So you see, and this is going to be a nice little project to do this, because this is something that you can do. So, like I said, I'll be fitting some seated passengers in here, as well as a driver in the one cab end, putting the snow plows and couplings on, and the possibility of adding lights. So for the money, that's £112, which I think is an absolute bargain for this model. You can't really complain. The livery application on this model is superb. The colours are correct. It's a very crisp, even coat of paint as well, with no errors in the paintwork anywhere. And even the printing, such as the RAF roundel and the Northern Rail logo, you know, all the details printed on there, it's all done very crisp, and it looks fantastic. This model does have detail, but it is basic and mainly moulded. But then, to be fair, whilst the RRP of 124 quid might seem a bit much for what it is, considering that the retailers are selling this for 112 quid, you know, as I say, I think that's a bargain and a good price. And also you get what you pay for as well, to be fair. But even if the detail is basic, it's still quite nice. Now we come to the running performance for the 156, and it's very smooth. Got a smooth mechanism in it, and there's no motors burning out or horrible grinding noises or any stuttering movement. It runs exactly how it should, straight from the box. Like I say, that is really smooth, that. Now, before I come on to the conclusion for this model, I want to talk about the closed couplings on this model. I'm going to compare them to the Batman Class 101 I have just over here. Now, with Batman DMUs you get this drawbar connector to connect the two DMU cars together. It is quite fiddly to do, to connect them together and to disconnect them, but once they are connected, you always get that gap just in between the two corridor connections. And if you are bothered, then you have to find a way to hide that gap. Now, with the closed couplings on the Hornby 156, both cars are easy to connect and to disconnect, but also there's hardly a gap even there. I mean, there is a very small gap, but just compare that on this model to that on the Batman DMU, such as the 101. The closed couplings on this model are excellent. So now I'll come to my conclusion for the Hornby Class 156, Spirit of the Royal Air Force in the RAF 100 livery. So what do I think of it? Is it a bad model? No. Is it good? Yes. You know, you get what you paid for, as I said. I mean, for 112 quid, that's what the retailers are selling it for. It's a bargain, but also, like I say, you get what you pay for, and you can't really go wrong with it. And in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, I think it's worth the money. If you want one that has more detail, then go for the Real Track Models 156, which is around the 200 quid mark. If you want to get one for a cheaper price than that, then go for the Hornby model. For me, when it came to picking a Class 156, it was a no-brainer. I went for the Hornby model. I mean, sure, it might not have any working lights, but the detail, although basic, it's still good, considering it's an old Lima model. It's got smooth mechanism and it's got closed couplings as well. And it's in a really nice livery. And also, this is something that you can make into a project, fit your own working lights in it, detail it up, even put seated figures in, which is something I'm going to be doing with this model. So, yeah, I think it's a good model. It's not the most amazing model in the world, by all means, but it is a good model. And this model is, for this year, one of Hornby's best sellers. If you want one of these models, they are still available, and if you want one, get out and do so. I had a feeling that this model was going to be popular, when it was released. And you know, if you want one of these, then do by all means get out and get one, because they may not be around for much longer. They could all sell out quite soon. I know they have been selling quite quickly. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed my review on the Hornby Class 156 Spirit of the Royal Air Force. As ever, subscribe to the channel, check out all my other videos, leave a comment if you wish, and I'll see you again soon. But until then, take care.